Welcome to episode 14 of Drew's Baseball Crew here on this Monday night, a late night here on the podcast. Look, moved into my dorm for the 2022 to 2023 academic year. So that's kind of what happened here at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Is myself here, Drew Skyberg, bringing daily fantasy sports here for Major League Baseball here on this Monday night. But let's get through it here. Announcements. First, I got to go through, of course, Fantasia Sports. That's where we're playing these games. Come join me. Free contest. Does not get any better than that. Link is in the description. Go check that out. You can go sign up today and start and play against me even if you want. Reach out. We'll do a little 1v1 there on Daily Fantasy Sports. Why not? But other announcements. Hats. $15 a hat. Please, buy a hat. Support the brand. They're awesome hats as well. I'm not wearing it right now, but I'll be wearing it tomorrow night for a recording of Journey to Million. Yes, we're recording on a Tuesday night. As I mentioned last night, we'll be doing that. And going through it, we'll be doing best ball. Be doing a best ball draft on Underdog, I think is the plan right now. More information if you want to join. Please, we always love having listeners. Come and join us on the show. But look, let's get into the lineups here for August 30th, 2022. Yeah, time is flying. We're almost at September baseball. But let's go through the starting pitcher report. So through it, I like to start at the top. Baseball Savant, credit them with their StatCast data, of course. Starting with, Shane McClanahan, got to go to him. Not great numbers against the Marlins, but Marlins do not hit lefties well in terms of xWOBA and many other stats, including K rate. Shane McClanahan has an awesome matchup for him against the Marlins. I love that. Then also Jesus Luzardo for him. I feel like this could be a pitcher's duel here. Luzardo has some great numbers against the Rays as well. A 177 XBA for his career against the current Tampa Bay Rays roster. Other guys, Cole Irvin against the Nationals. That's one of my favorite favorite right now. Just looking at the matchup. I know the numbers, but it's only 8 plate appearances. Very small sample size for Irvin. Still love that matchup for him. Other than that, not a fan of Gausman or Stroman tomorrow. I don't think. Maybe Gausman I'd be looking at in terms of how the Cubs hit righties and injury-wise, and also an XBA of 187 for Gausman against the Cubs for his career. Taijuan Walker against the current Dodgers roster. This one, you got to be a little more brave for this one. I don't know if I'd be doing this. An XBA of 246 and an xWOBA 338. The exit velo numbers are there, though, so Walker could be a play if you're feeling a little risky. Andrew Heaney, on the other hand, 163 XBA out of 54 plate appearances for his career against the Mets. George Kirby, I love this matchup for him. The Detroit Tigers. That's probably my favorite matchup of the night. I'd be taking him right away. Matt Manning's another great matchup against the Mariners. He's coming off 2 great starts. Why not make it 3 here for Manning in that matchup? Framber Valdez against the Rangers. I like that. Brady Singer against the White Sox. And it gets a little tough after that. Aaron Nola, Zach Allen, both those guys I'd lean more towards Nola. Of course, Blake Snell has great numbers against the Giants. I'm not sure. Snell's been very inconsistent, so it's hard for me to consider or take Snell. Logan Webb is the final one I'd mention against the Padres, and he's against the Padres, 244 XBA for him. Exit velo, 88.3 miles per hour. I do like that there for Logan Webb. A lot of good pitchers, a lot of aces pitching on Tuesday. I'd be going more towards those, the main aces, or I'd be going Brady Singer. I'd be taking him or George Kirby or even Matt Manning. I'd consider there if you're looking more on a budget. So let's go then to the matchups. We'll start at catcher as we always do. Omar Narvaez right away. Yes, I'm a Brewer fan, but I think this is a great matchup against Mitch Keller. 4 for 8 for his career off of Mitch Keller. Do like those numbers for him. So Lucas Giolito, right? He's been horrible. We've talked about it. Salvador Perez is the catcher I'm looking at. 10 for 28 with 3 home runs off of Giolito for his career. 3 home runs to 2 strikeouts. Let me add that. So I think there's some awesome matchups at catcher, I should say, or for catcher today, or today being August 30th. Some good ones. Max Stassi, if he is playing, Jameson Taillon is his opponent. Like that matchup for Stassi for the Angels. Otherwise, Elias Diaz against Max Fried. Could be a good matchup if you're looking at that. Other ones, not many. I mean, those are kind of the main ones. Travis d'Arnaud against Jose Urena is the final I'll throw in there, but I'd say there's like 4 or 5 good catchers that I'd be taking, but I'd go more towards Narvaez and Perez. First base, here we go. So Rowdy Tellez left the Monday night game, so I'm not sure about his status, but he has great numbers against Keller, including a home run with a 500 batting average. So do like that. Yuli Gurriel against Dane Dunning, 4 for 9 with only 1 strikeout. Matt Olson against Jose Urena is a career batting average of 750 for him. You can play Devers at first. Why not? Good numbers off of Archer for his career. Garrett Cooper's the lone Marlin to hit off of Shane McClanahan. He's 2 for 3. Maybe if you want to go with that small sample size. Mike Mayers is pitching. I believe it's actually Mike Myers, but spelled Mayers against Anthony Rizzo. Could be a nice matchup for Rizzo against the Angels righty. Other ones, I do like this one. J.D. Davis against Blake Snell. Newly acquired J.D. Davis at the deadline for the Giants. I think that could be a great matchup. Other ones, Rhys Hoskins has been hot against Zach Gallen. That might be one I'd be like looking depending on how he's available, but that's just one I'd throw out there if you don't like any of the other guys I mentioned. But I think that's gonna really be it for first base. I do want to throw out Brady Singer. I just mentioned back with pitchers. I love Brady Singer a lot because looking at the White Sox numbers in terms of xWOBA and other advanced stats against right-handed pitching, they are bottom of the league. I mean, they are like bottom 5, bottom 10. I'm looking with Brady Singer. I think that's gonna be an awesome matchup for him. 3 for 18 is Jose Abreu off of Singer for his career, which made me think of that to add. Otherwise, for second base, let's go to Gavin Lux against Taijuan Walker. Has not gotten out yet, so that could be something there. 2 for 2 only, though. Nice small sample size. Other ones, Segura against Gallen, Altuve against Dunning, and then kind of falls off from there. Tony Kemp is like the other one against Eric Fedde. I could be fine with that. Andres Jimenez against Spencer Watkins. I know many people like Watkins as a 2-start streamer this week, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm really buying into it yet there for Watkins. Do enjoy Andres Jimenez there for him. Third base, let's roll it. Jace Peterson against Mitch Keller. I always like taking Jace Peterson. He always against in a favorable matchup when he's going to get good at bats. He'll get you 2 to 3 hits in the game. Sometimes there'll be home runs. You might get some singles in there, some walks. Do enjoy it there for Peterson. We'll be looking at him. Other ones, Xander Bogaerts against Chris Archer. 11 for 35 with 4 walks included. Ezekiel Duran against Framber Valdez. Could be something there, is all I'll say. Gavin Sheets, no, I would not be taking. I just was looking at him against Singer. It kind of goes back to it. 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts is Gavin Sheets. Gio Urshela against Cutter Crawford. Could be one. Jose Miranda as well. If you can play him, why not? He's been great there for the Twins. Jose Ramirez has no career at-bats off of Spencer Watkins, so no update with that, but always got to like Ramirez if you want to pay up for any guy there. Third base is kind of tough, actually, today. So if I had to give guys, I'll throw Josh Rojas in there, but that's against Aaron Nola, so he'd be like the last on the list. I mean, the front guys would be the stars. I mean, it'd be guys like Bogarts, Machado, I'd say are my top 2. I'd say Yandy Diaz. I'll throw him in there. Jace Peterson, and then Ezekiel Duran will probably be the third. Not much at third base today. Not really pleased with what's available at third base. Willie Adames at short, however, 4 for 9 with a home run off of Mitch Keller. Do enjoy that for Adames. Probably my favorite shortstop. Yeah, I'd be looking Brewers a little bit against the Pirates here. Corey Seager against Framber Valdez, 5 for 12 with 2 walks to 2 strikeouts. Has done very well against him. Trey Turner off of Taijuan Walker, also great numbers. Carlos Correa off Cutter Crawford. Ha-Seong Kim against Logan Webb. There's a lot of shortstops, as you can see. They have good matchups. And then I'll say, Miguel Rojas against McClanahan. Don't really like that, but could be something there. Lindor off of Heaney. So I'd say my top ones. I'd probably say Adames, then Seager, and then I'll throw Bryson Stott in there too as a sleeper. I do like Bryson Stott at his price always in any daily fantasy sports. So we'll see where I go with my lineup. When I have my lineup, I will be posting it, of course, as always. But those would be guys I would be looking at right away for that. Let's go to outfield here before we wrap up here. Trent Grisham off of Logan Webb, 5 for 16 for him. It's pretty good numbers. If Eloy Jimenez is playing against Brady Singer, he actually has done very well. 7 for 13. He's like the lone White Sox player who has some good numbers off of him. Otherwise, for outfield, there's a lot of guys here today. Mark Hanna off of Andrew Heaney, if he's playing. Might like that matchup, even though I know Canna has better numbers against righties in some aspects. Adolis Garcia against Framber Valdez. There for him with a home run. He has 4 for 14. So decent numbers, not really much otherwise. Bryce Harper against Zach Gallen. Yordan Alvarez against Dane Dunning, depending on his hand injury. Got to keep that in mind. Otherwise, outfield, there's the top-heavy guys, and then there's like the guys who are facing pitchers who are not so great matchups for at least the pitchers. So like Enrique Hernandez, if he's playing, if you can slot in Ohtani against Tyone, why not? If you have the budget, if you can put him in the outfield, depending on where you're playing. Also, like Ryan Mountcastle against Cal Quantrill could be a guy I know matchup wise. Hunter Renfroe's been hot. I know it's righty on righty, but still could be something for the outfield. But otherwise, I'd be leaning towards more of those other guys I mentioned in the outfield, unless you're looking at any sort of budget play. But if you want to take those guys, Jurickson Profar also against Logan Webb, 4 for 10. So I should probably add him to my list. Cole Calhoun has good numbers off of Valdez as well. I missed some outfielders here. My apologies. But otherwise, Will Myers is the final one I'd add. So there's a decent chunk of outfielders. I'd say there's more bad than good. However, on this Monday night here, but that's just how it is sometimes. Otherwise, I think that's kind of all we have here for the slate. Again, I'll be posting my lineup. We've been doing very well here on these lineups. People have been winning money. I've been getting word people have been tailing. They've been taking some of the plays and they've been winning some money. So it's worked out well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night with the Underdog Best Ball Draft. We're going to be doing Best Ball episode. We'll be talking about Best Ball Mania, all the great stuff of Best Ball, why you should be doing it, what is it, all the great stuff. So please go check that out tomorrow night. We would really appreciate it. Drew's College Athlete Spotlight debuts again next week. I am looking forward to announcing that. We'll be announcing our first guest in the upcoming days. So be on the lookout for that on the Instagram at Drew Sports Crew there and Twitter. Just working on getting the Instagram, being able to post again on the stories and working with the Instagram with support on that. So otherwise, that's going to wrap it up for myself, Drew Skyberg, here on this Monday night. So thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Drew's Sports Crew, the perfect podcast for you. Thank you, everybody. Good night.